So I got a comment recently. It says the thing that needs to be stopped is Islamic is extremism from madrasa. The small diet and sattvic things are non-violent. Everyone don't even relate to it. Now this comment was under my sattvic movement video, and this person seems to point the finger at Islamic extremism and uses that as an excuse for why the beliefs he conforms to shouldn't be criticized when there are bigger things to criticize. Now, an even harsher form of this comment would be this one. It says, "कान में दम है तो जाकिर नाइक को बोल के दिखा 4 दिन में फेल दिए जाओगे." Okay, now I can go to either one of my channels, scienceisdope or DD Rational, and you'll find plenty of comments along exactly the same lines. I can do it live right now. YouTube lets me search. I saw most of the videos circulated around Hinduism or India. Why don't you talk about Islam or Christianity more than Hinduism? Why do you feel like you have any propaganda or agenda from any of those religions? Don't compare Hinduism with others. Blah blah blah. So I get lots of comments like this, and I feel like I need to address them and talk about them over here in a video, in a dedicated video, because I'm sure a lot of people watching want me to speak about this criticism that I face. Now, for those of you who have been watching my content for a while now, know that this is not true. I do criticize Islam a lot in many videos. You can see some on screen right now. In case you want to watch, hey, feel free to go check them out. The fact is, even though I may have made a couple of videos on Islam, most of my videos are on Hinduism. I am biased towards Hinduism. I'm not denying that. You know why? Because I'm an ex-Hindu. Growing up, I grew up in the religion of Hinduism. I'm more familiar with it. I've seen things growing up where I see a lot of things to criticize. Now I make videos about it. I'm not just an atheist, I'm an ex-Hindu. All these claims that some of these comments make, that I mock and I make fun of Hinduism, that's not true. Find me 1 or 2 sentences from any of my videos. Just find one sentence from any of my videos, maybe past 2022. The reason I say that is because before that point, maybe in 2 or maybe 3 videos, I may have said things to polarize my videos, and that may have offended people watching. Because I was a bit immature as a creator back then, and I thought I need to say things that make my video more offensive, maybe more stirring up drama of sorts to get views. And I no longer think that way. But that may have led to me saying certain things in those videos which I would never say now. So I'm saying, yeah, past 2022, since you claim that I mock Hinduism a lot, I'm sure you'll be able to find stuff where I say at least one sentence where I'm clearly mocking Hinduism or any religion for that matter. I get comments from religious believing Hindus all the time saying that they find nothing wrong with my comment. In fact, they see irrationality themselves and they want to weed it out of their religion, and I'm doing that. And those are great comments. The problem is there is a vocal minority who feel this certain way about my videos, and they hide behind criticisms like, hey, if you're an atheist, you should make videos on all religions, not just Hinduism. Now I know that that was mockery, that was making fun, but I'm not making fun of Hinduism. I'm not making fun of culture. I'm making fun of the people and their attitudes that leads them to leave comments like these. I'll talk specifically about these criticisms, but first, what are my thoughts on Islam exactly? Yeah, it's a problematic religion. There's a lot of misogyny. It tends to radicalize people, particularly young men in parts of the world. And if you genuinely want to see ex-Muslim content and criticisms of Islam, go to an ex-Muslim channel. I can recommend a few. Arif Hussain is one. Apostate Aladdin, whom I've been watching a lot recently, is another one. You can watch any of these channels. I've actually been on streams and stuff live with many of these channels multiple times. The same way, if you want ex-Christian content or criticisms of Christianity, go to ex-Christian channels. I've talked to Drew McCoy from Genetically Modified Skeptic on my main channel, scienceisdope, and he's one that I would recommend. And even my content isn't specifically wholly critical of Hinduism. There are many things in Hinduism that I should probably criticize, but I specifically talk about the science or scientific claims made in Hinduism, some of which are blatantly untrue, and I debunk them with proper sources in my description, which you can check out. Now, the problem with criticisms like these is that they think it's valid. People who make these criticisms think it's valid, when in fact they're just pointing fingers. Hey, what about them? What about that religion? Hey, that religion is more problematic. Why are you talking about Hinduism? How is this a valid criticism? Does that religion being more problematic make yours any less problematic? This is a fallacy. This is a whataboutery fallacy. Sure, some religions may be more problematic than others, but that doesn't absolve you of any problems in your religion. And the only people who will vehemently defend their religion with comments like these are the ones who are not affected by these problems in their religion, the ones who are privileged by their religion. That's the only reason that they defend Hinduism like this. Now, I'm definitely not saying that all or even most Hindus are like this. There is a very vocal minority that will see stuff like this. A lot of Hindus, some even extremely privileged, upper caste, not facing any problems because of their religion at all, recognize the problems in their religion. And when someone calls out the injustice in their religion, hey, they can see sense in that. They will not defend their religion with fallacious arguments like these or leave comments like these. See, the people that leave these comments, in their eyes, if there is any bias in the creator towards Hinduism, hey, that's enough of a reason for them to disregard all their criticisms and and decide not to listen to them, not to listen to a word they're saying. And they leave comments like these. No, problems in other religion are independent of problems in your religion, no matter which is greater. Another thing that I need to say is that lately in the political landscape of the country today, Islam is not as big a problem as Hinduism is. You see a lot of atrocities these days committed against other religions, and they're all perpetrated by minority Hindu militant groups. That would make Hinduism an even bigger problem than any other religion, right? What some people need to understand here is, where does power lie? They need to understand power structures. Hinduism currently, and Hindus and militant groups, the reason they're able to commit atrocities like these without any legal consequence sometimes is because they have power. Currently, in the political landscape of this country, power lies in the hands of these Hindus. That leads to Hindu militant groups doing stuff like this. The only people who will vehemently defend their religion are the people who are privileged by their religion. And like I said before, all privileged people are definitely not like this. They recognize that they have privilege. They call out, or at least don't side with injustice when they see it. I would never hold anything against a person simply because they belong to a particular religion. You know why? Because I recognize that you don't control the circumstances of your birth. You don't control which religion you're born into. I didn't control that I was born a Hindu. Same way, you don't control your religion or your caste or your privilege, your state of privilege. You don't control any of that. But the mark of a mature person is, as they grow up, they recognize these injustices in society and they call it out, or at least don't side with the injustice. I realize as I make this video that this is why I started this channel, because I have thoughts like these that I want to put out there publicly, and I don't get to say it as often or I don't get to say it at all on my main channel, scienceisdope. But I want to be able to say it, and that's what these videos are for. No, I do think Islam is a problematic religion, like all religions, and no, that does not absolve Hinduism of criticisms. I hope you found this video useful. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.